Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandria Theodore. I am a marketing and blogging coach for therapists and other healthcare professionals who are looking to grow their business by attracting ideal clients, right, who share the same values in a way that is ethical, and it's just an overall win for everybody. One of the most common questions I get asked from prospective coaching students is, well, what does a coaching package look like, right? And we're working together for 6 months. What do we actually do during this time together? So I wanted to hop on here real quickly to kind of go through a walkthrough of what a typical 6 month plan would look like. Now, obviously, everybody is different, everyone's business is different. Um, so we modify this and customize it as personal to your needs and in your client population. But hopefully this gives a general kind of outline for you to kind of think about, and how it could potentially apply to you. So month one together is all about setting the foundation and then getting a clear picture on who your ideal client is. Now, if you are in phase one of your business looking to grow the therapy side of things with a clinical practice, it's looking at who your ideal therapy client is. Maybe you already have a private practice and you're looking to expand beyond one-to-one therapy. Well, then we'd be looking at who your non-clinical client is, somebody who's different from who you're seeing one-to-one. All right. We work together to get a clear idea of not only who that person is, but the messaging that you have for them, meaning what are they looking to hear from you? What do they need to hear from you in order to feel comfortable and confident in working with you? What are their pain points? What are their goals and dreams? And how can you clearly and ethically explain that in whatever content you're doing? I personally love blogging and SEO with some email marketing sprinkled in. That can also be applied to social media, YouTube, podcasting, whatever it is that you plan on doing, right? And really highlighting your unique value as a professional, right? What makes you special? What makes you uniquely qualified to help this person on their journey? So we're going to work together to develop whatever that they call an ideal client avatar, right? That kind of picture profile of that person is, and figuring out the best words. What is your core message, right? If you had to kind of have like a tagline, so to speak, what would that be? And then making sure that all the digital footprint that you have, your website, your blog, your landing pages, your social media, that is all kind of reflecting of that universal client and that universal message, right? It sounds like a lot, and because it is, quite frankly, right? This is the foundation of your business. So we spend a lot of time and energy on it. Now, the benefit of the coaching packages that I have set up, it's not just a single face-to-face coaching session. We have that unlimited kind of email support each way. So yes, we might sit down and break this all out and hash it all out face-to-face. But between that first face-to-face meeting and our next face-to-face meeting, we go back and forth via email. We send videos to each other. We send copy, meaning like different Word documents, landing pages that I can review and look over and give my 2 cents in. I'll also give some journal prompts along the way to kind of help you with the brainstorm phase if that's what you're stuck in. And also maybe some ideas for inspiration of different resources that are already out there, whether they be books, podcasts, YouTube episodes, to help give practical examples to the things that we're talking about. Okay. So that is all in kind of the realm of month one. Month two, if you see me looking to the side, I have my little note cheat sheets here to make sure I don't miss anything because there's a lot that we go through. Month two, we really focus in on the blogging content strategy and the basics of SEO. The goal is to develop a content plan that's tailored to attract your ideal client to your business and enhance visibility, meaning get as many eyeballs as possible on your offering, right? Again, same idea applies to if you're building your clinical business with therapy clients, or if you're looking to, say, do a course, a digital product, a coaching service, right, with a non-clinical population. The idea is to get eyeballs of your ideal client looking at your stuff, your content in particular, but especially your services page or your sales page, um, your course curriculum, whatever it is that you're doing to promote your paid offer. We do that by doing a very deep dive into keyword research. The goal is for you to come out with a minimum of 10 to 12 blog posts that address the key issues that your client is Googling. We're going to look at the basics of SEO, right? So not only what keywords are, what your competitors are using, where do you put them in your blogs? For example, do you put them in the headlines? Where do you put them in the text so it makes the most sense and also doesn't get screened as spam by Google? And using that together, we come up with a content calendar for the next 3 to 6 months, setting realistic goals, right? Because if it's not realistic, you won't be consistent, and consistency is key in this game. Whether that is posting one post a week, once every other week, right? And identify a format that works best for you, right? So having a mix of, say, for example, video in there if you really like being kind of face to face with people. It could be all written. Is it going to be more informative? Is it going to be case study like? Is it going to be Q&A, right? We can experiment with all those different options. Month 3, right? So now we have set a strong foundation. We've already started some of that blogging, maybe more like the preliminary planning of it. Maybe you have a post or 2 out, but month 3 is all about blog creation and publishing, right? Getting those well-crafted, quality, SEO-rich blog posts out there and to your community. So this is where I will be diving deep into my copywriter hat and looking at what you've written, right? And helping you optimize it. Is it answering your client's pain point objectives? Is it alluding to the goals that they have and aligning to what they're hoping to work with you on? Does it have the keywords in the right spaces? Is it having a call to action so people know what the next step is, right? Going through that with a fine-tooth comb, making sure you have images and the right advertising with it. And then talking about where to publish it. So yes, it's on your homepage, but how are you going to promote it so people are actually looking at it? Are we looking at social media? Are we looking at guest podcasting? Are we looking at sharing it in different Facebook groups, right? Not just your own Facebook page. Things like that. Email marketing is huge, and that's going to lead us into month 4, right? Making sure your email list is set up and you have a strong lead magnet, right? So by now you've done a lot of the groundwork. You're seeing what blog posts are getting clicked and having interest from people. So now you have an idea of what's working and what's not. Taking that information that you've gained and creating some type of freebie, right? So it's basically a smaller mini offer that ultimately leads to your big paid offer that gives people an appetizer-sized taste of what working with you is like. They would get this information for free in exchange for their email so that you can then continue to email them on, say, a weekly basis, nurture them, ask questions, send out your new blog posts to them so they're constantly staying top of mind. I help you set up the email platform. I help you figure out what that lead magnet should be and how to create the landing page for it, and also coming up with a nurture sequencing plan. Right? So when someone first signs up for your lead magnet, there's a series of welcome emails that get sent to them automatically, so you don't have to be doing it manually, that introduce you as a service provider, coach, digital product, again, whatever you're doing, and then ultimately naturally lead to your paid product, right? So there's a nice connection between what they're getting for free, getting to know you, and how your paid product could help them even further, okay? That was month 4, right? So month 5 now is email content creation, right? The blogs, you've got a good system with your blogs, you're posting regularly, you have your welcome series set up already in email in month 4. Now it's about email 5, looking more into how to develop a content plan for email and how to automate those email sequences. What emails are really doing well that you can maybe add to your welcome series or create a whole new welcome series when someone clicks on a specific page of your website. how to develop regular email newsletters, how to come up with topics for what you're going to talk to people on a weekly basis that's different necessarily from your blog post, because you don't want to just duplicate everything. And how do you segment your list, personalize your list so people are getting what's relevant to them and not just everything under the sun. The last and final step, month 6, is refinement, analytics, and scaling, right? We're going to be looking at what's working, what's not working, refining your approach, and setting yourself for ongoing growth, right? So we're going to be really looking at, now that we have a couple months of content that's given us data, analyzing your blog and email performances, looking at the traffic, the open rates, the subscriber growth, and seeing what's working and what's not, right? Obviously, what's not working, we can either check completely or we figure out ways to tweak it to make it to work. We're also going to be looking at amplifying what's already working. How can we expand your marketing, right, to other areas to get even more eyeballs on your offer? And then, of course, future content planning. You've got the foundations. You know what's working and what's not working. What are you going to do for the next 6 to 12 months so you can continue this and keep the momentum going onward and upward, right, in a way that feels aligned to you, doesn't have you burned out, and is building you the business that you want and need. I know we covered a lot of different ground. And again, this is just a general kind of quote unquote treatment plan for what I would be working on with the coaching client over that 6-month period. Again, we get 6 face-to-face meetings where we can hash things out, brainstorm together. But then there's a limited email support in between where I will be looking at your websites, looking at your copy, looking at your images, and fine-tuning as we go. So you have complete support throughout this entire process, because I want to see you succeed, right? I want to see you work with the people who you work best with, because that's where the magic happens. And I know it sounds super cheesy, but especially from a therapist perspective, right? When we are kind of heart aligned with our ideal clients, whether it's clinical or non-clinical, there's some amazing transformation that can happen. And it just makes the world a better place. Again, I sound like a complete cheeseball, but it's really, really true. And if I can help play matchmaker in any way with that, that just makes my heart sing. So if you have any questions on this, please shoot me an email, hello@stresslesstherapist.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at Stressless Enterprises LLC. But email is always best. That's usually where I'm the quickest as well. If you want to learn more about coaching, I will link the sales pages below so you can get more detail on it. I'll also put the information on how to apply to work with me as well, because I only take a couple of people a year because it's such a high touch process during these 6 months. That's it for now. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.